Hello, right now we present about a summary of the five main elements. We will start with the basis selecting reporting operating segment. So all of the four companies here consider their organizational structure and internal organization as the basis for selecting operational segment. And also we need to know about the relevance to stakeholder that are considered in determining the reported operating segment. And also we will not forget about the each of the company has a decision making authority such as the board of the director or the CODM, the chief operating division maker, are responsible for reviewing and assessing segment performance. So we'll go about the nature of product or the geographical location. So among the four companies here, the Straits Energy Resources Berhad has the most number of operating segments in the report. So the advantage is that they can focus on each of the segment and separate management according to the type of the operating segment. And for example, since Straits company has various type of operating segments, if you can see in the annual report 2022, they are not if they are not separated, and the management work will be less productive due to the workload and also need to focus on a different operation at a time. So what is the financial information presented for each of the operating segment? So all companies are based on their nature of their products in presenting the report for operating segment. However, there are two companies here, Swift Haulage Berhad and also Marine and General Berhad. For example, right here, I have a geographical information from the Marine and General Berhad in a report 2022. If you can see here, they are stated the revenue from the four countries, which is Malaysia, Singapore, China, and also Hong Kong. So as for the financial information presented for each of the operating segment, all the four companies here are identical to each other in terms of the revenue, profit or loss, segment of asset, and also segment of liability. This is the example from the operating segment, the extraction from the Swift Howlage Berhad in report 2022. Straits Energy Resources Berhad is one of the best company in terms of the financial information presentation because has the highlighted the revenue or of specific customers who contribute a lot to the operating segment of oil bunkering. Here I have an example for the major customer highlighted in the geographical segment from the Straits Energy Resources Berhad in report 2022. So for the non-financial information, most of the company are presented well on their non-financial information. But then two companies, Straits Energy Resources Berhad and Swift Haulage Berhad, to be the best among the other companies in their disclosure of the non-financial information. This is because the company disclose well in their performance and also the rate of growth involved in every segment happen in their business operation. And because of they can explain about the functionality of their operating segment based on the nature of the product and also the geographical location that can be a benefit to the user of the annual report. So I already mentioned about the Swift Haulage Berhad annual report based on the non-financial information is the best. This is because they're very specific and very detailed in terms of explaining the non-financial information in their operating segment. How we want to know the performance of the operating segment for each of the annual report for the companies. So it value based on the financial information presented focus on the three things: the total revenue, profit and loss, assets and liability related with the operation of the segment, as well as other information which can help companies to evaluate their performance in the period of the business operation. So based on the four companies, it can be stated that the Swift Haulage Berhad is performing really, really well, as they are most of the operating segment involved in the company exceed the 10% threshold test in terms of their revenue, asset, and also profit and loss. And also, I would like to add the Swift Haulage Berhad also performed a great performance in the segment as it showed the improvement of the revenue, asset, and profit and loss in their financial year 2022 compared to the financial year 2021.